You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
Beckon is a 20-hour RPG following three young adventurers that are scurrying across the landscapes to find a stolen necklace or reclaim it, and as they do, they slide into political upheaval. Our Indiegogo only has
30 minutes
left. Our perks are entirely customizable with our add-on system. The featured pack is the t-shirt collection because it's got a lot of cool stuff, and if you add on some other cool stuff to that cool stuff, you got a cool stuff package. So as you continue going down through all the description of stuff, you've got the game description, but you can actually go and play the prototype on Steam now for free. Go into the discussions, let us know what you think, and if you like it, come right back to here. We can stick you in the game. We can give you a statue that I'm going to hand paint and number. We got original art as well, and description of the lore, the maps, the land that we're going to go in, the characters we're going to be playing as well as some of the towns that we're going to be journeying to, and the characters of Devanis, which are set up in a particular order that if you read, you will start gathering a better handle for the world we are creating for you. Followed by our platform plan, the team, me and my older brother, and like I said, there's that Steam download, followed by a glossary at the end, in case some of these words you can't pronounce or wonder what the hell they mean. Anyway, guys, it's Beckon, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome everyone to Beckon Development Weekly Stream, episode 68. Here we are. This is us. That's Beckoned. We are in the last hours of Beckoned. Or the last hour of Beckoned. So, how are you doing today, Dwayne?
I'm doing good this morning.
Today. It's a today.
No, it's not today.
So yeah, not really expecting too many people to be on tonight.
Right.
But we are showing, I posted this video, and I've talked about this before, of like Jack Sparrow sailing in like the first Pirates of the Caribbean. And the opening scene, he's there and he's sailing into port, but the ship is sinking. But he steps off of it and just continues moving on. That's what we are doing. What do we have planned for, Dwight? Comic books, card games, a relaunch, all that stuff. But we've got 30 minutes until this Indiegogo ends up closing down.
Yeah, we do. And man, what a 2 months it's been.
You're telling me it has been insane. Now, about 30 minutes before we went live, I spent 30 minutes writing out a new update explaining what we're doing, why kinda this didn't happen. Oh, Noah, welcome, brother. Yeah, but yeah, we want to, when it closes and everything. Anyway, what I was saying is this update that I was writing had all the details, basically, why we believe this didn't hit, what we're going to be planning to offset that, when to expect a relaunch, what to expect coming down the way then. And then as I copied all of it to take it into Word document to spell check it, Indiegogo wanted me to make a link out of it, and so I hit something like thinking I was unselecting it, and that deleted the whole thing. So I'm kind of thinking it's a bit too late, and I'll give that update tomorrow. But yes, we are in the throes of...
That's why you put it in Word as your, like, you type
Right.
it in Word, and
Right.
then it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're learning a lot of lessons.
We're learning a lot, aren't we? Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, hey Noah, dude, I'm glad you showed up. Might give us a little bit to jabber about for the next 24 minutes. So yeah, page 4, page 5, page 6, which is what I was kind of working on during Art Bros today.
You're getting some pages done.
Well, I'm technically the new page is 13. So I've got page 1 to 12 right now.
Good.
So the action's supposed to kick in real soon. But I was worried about kind of how this is pulling off. I got to get some other proper silhouettes setting off. And yeah, Noah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Maybe my approach to inks. I had to kind of play a little bit. But yeah, exploring around, seeing what I can do, what I can't do. But this page really got rearranged. Thinking about the page count, if it's an even number, it's going to be on the left. If it's an odd number, it's going to be on the right. And keeping your whole thing about don't have them looking outside the book, have them looking inside. What's up, Frog G? Welcome, dude. Yeah. Everybody's in. That's cool. Welcome. Sorry, I mean, if you guys are in here, you're up at night. That's awesome. That's great. But yeah, back to what Noah was telling me about was like keep the characters looking inside the book. So since this page will be on the left side, I'm trying to get all the directions. So I flipped some stuff or rearranged some stuff, made some things work around it. Page 7, I still am trying to get what I'm gonna run at with this. Would it be a single page? Would I get an extra frame in there? Probably want to get an extra frame in there. I could go ahead and get rid of that. But the other thing is, since I'm basically all there except for that one frame, I'm going to go ahead and start looking at, all right, let me open up the rest of them because this is going to be fun.
You're kind of just rough outlining, getting
everything.
Kind of like what Noah was saying, like penciling it, but you're just digitally kind of.
Yeah. I'm trying to get everything to a point where I'm confident enough to start finalizing the outline, like
sure.
in their terms, inking.
Right.
So, and then after that, I'll color it all. So some of these look like final pencils, is what Noah was kind of saying. I think I'm a little rough in areas, like up in here, or I mean, it's just all over the place, even in this area,
Yeah.
Okay, Photoshop doesn't want to open this many pages at once. All right, so
you should fire it.
Yeah, how's Corel Draw? Oh, it wants to work now. I think my brain just glitched out. Did you hear that? Anyway, so yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Does it work up there? Does it work here? Work out there? Does it work with the slant at all? Oh yeah, and the font. I still have the window open, so the Bada Boom font I gotta bring in for stuff like that. In their terms, he like that. Oh, okay, that's funny. Dwight, if you're being held hostage, blink twice.
Nah.
That's funny. So yeah, I wouldn't call that one
just early.
Yeah, you're a military guy. This should be a piece of cake for you. Right. right?
Well, I'm trying not to choke down coffee so that after this I can rack out for a bit.
So yeah, I'll be working. It says it's page 12. It's page 13, I believe. Pretty sure. Probably not. I'm probably a page behind. I actually thought I had this one more figured out, but I didn't. And I wanted to flash a character here. Not so much this one, but a different one. Because I wasn't sure about all this paneling, to be honest. I was being fancy.
It's just interesting, a bunch of the fractal that you're putting in there and the edging that you're doing versus some of the other stuff that you see. The panels are
I need to get
basic,
Yeah, I need to get fancier with them.
I get that, but I mean you're going further than what we see in a lot of them, so
not yet.
For me, so whatever.
These indie comic artists are insane.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Very creative with how they're doing a lot of stuff. So I can only hope to pick up on what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Dwight is being held hostage. The authorities are on the way home site. Don't flash a character. Don't flash a character. You know what I meant. No, you know what's going on in the story. You know what I meant. Try and get me in trouble already. Dwight's hostage and I'm flashing characters. All right, so yeah. What time is it? We got
enough time for you to rewrite that update.
Screw off, Dwight. Hey, Jeremy, why don't you start talking about music? Nyah, 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 nyah. Because last time it got me in trouble. We started talking about Pink Floyd and I think it was Art Jedi or someone was talking about I thought that's how it started. I know it was with Noah though. How did that start? Oh yeah, no. I started talking about fractals, not music. That's how it happened. And then our Jedi shows up the next day and then starts talking music like Johnny Cash. And I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, I had no clue about Johnny Cash. But the fractal conversation went into Pink Floyd, went into other things, and since I'm talking fractals, of course,
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it started going places. Uh-oh. Might happen.
So you've got a lot of the story that's going to go into this, or the conversations, and you just get that put in.
Yep. That's kind of why I had to go back and add a couple pages in the beginning, because there wasn't enough narrative keeping the flow going once some of the action starts kicking in.
Okay.
So I needed some space to start to kind of lay the seeds for some information, so everyone kind of keeps pace with the story. I had to add 2 pages because if I just added 1, that would have changed my page turn order.
Gotcha.
No. We're talking about fractals after I brought up the Beatles. That's what it was. Right. We talked about Lennon and all that. Yeah. Then you started talking about fractals and the fairies brought up drugs. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's how it happened. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay. Drugs are bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're bad. So, yeah. Noah likes to pick on me because I made that episode private. Funny. It's not the only one I've ever made private.
Gosh, there's I think I've lost count.
Hey, it hasn't been that many. Come on, give me a break.
It's been a few.
It's been a couple.
Well, that's right.
I've muted you and Joe how many times?
I just ignore you.
That's what you're supposed to do. It's all in good fun, all in love. So yeah, tell us about this card game, Dwight. Not everything, but how's that going?
It's still frustrating. Just the stuff that we're trying to do on certain rules.
I think your idea.
I
think your idea to have a stretch goal for later stuff, possibly the relaunch, having a printed pack of those cards.
Yeah.
I loved that idea.
Yeah, I think that's going to be something that we can have with that. Like I said, there's stuff that it shouldn't be as bad. There's rules that we want to put in that should just be a rule, but I'm trying to stay within the bounds of what's already there for that toolkit, and it's just being a little contrary. But it's going. I mean, the trick is now, I mean, it'd look a lot better if I had artwork.
Look at this. Look at this.
It would kind of hide the
I know what you mean. We worked with a prototype utilizing just some basic stuff that was kind of within the engine, and it serves its purpose, but it's not very clear, or within.
And then add to that, we started. I just started throwing in stuff to throw in stuff just to dabble and play with what was possible.
Right.
So,
yeah, because the game's basically built based off of a 54 card deck of cards. So we wanted it to kind of be at least a game you could teach your friends, with a basic card deck.
But I think some of the tweaks that we're talking about will be good. I mean, it's kind of one of those, I need to read back through the rules that we were talking about, and then make sure that I'm encompassing those, and
what's up, D?
We'll get to a spot where then we can start kind of playing it and checking it, making sure. But I think it's getting to a spot where I'm on that one thing that I want to figure out how to get it to do that rule.
Yeah. Yes, Noah, it's not really a beard. They're primate-ish, so it's just kind of the primate-ish hairiness. But, what you really need is a 250-pound dwarf with some hair on the chin that you can hang on to.
Right.
That's quoting Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's a horrible movie from like 1998 or 99 or something. It was horrible.
They did something like that in one of the Lord of the Rings too, didn't they?
Oh yeah, the beards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was one of them. Was it the third one?
So it's the one with the beard. I mean, whatever, float your boat. you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's not getting into, you know, too crazy territory, buddy.
So probably just you got Floyd going
I
on
love it.
before you
I
come
love
on
it.
into this, or what?
Nah, I just love it how Noah waits until you're here to start doing
Like, just picking.
Yeah, it's awesome. So what was your question? My bad. Oh, what time is it? Okay, yeah. We got 9 minutes. Well, see, now I want to know what's going on. What'd you say?
I'm not sure what you mean. I might have to retract it.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, I think some of the concepts on the card game that you had from an artist perspective, I think those would.
Oh right, I
you
could
know,
bring those up.
You did some of that, which I thought was good. Stuff like that you put together. I mean, that shouldn't be too bad to actually put to manipulate the layout, put that on there. So that would be good too. Would help the look. But as I said, there's a rule right now that I'm trying to get put together that is just being finicky. So I'm trying to get that set up.
I'll have to find. I gotta pull that out and bring it somewhere better where I can locate it faster because I have that concept.
I'm trying to remember.
Thought I had it saved in a Beckon card game folder, but I don't. It's loading stuff.
So I've got like some of the rules, just not
none of the concept images that I made.
I'm trying to remember where all that.
It's somewhere. Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of stuff.
Oh man, the amount of content that you've got so much put together now, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, we got some concepts. I'm trying to think what episode we did it where we showed that.
I don't think we did.
I know I did. I remember doing it.
I don't remember. I thought you emailed them to me.
Oh, hold on, I found it. Okay, I found. Let's see. I've got two of them. I'm gonna go with Beckon CCP2. Okay. I mean, I had the normal PNGs, but I'm
seeing stuff back in August.
We're gonna bring this up in the PSD. All right, so yeah, that's without the card layer,
right?
And I believe by turning that on, it should turn on the card layer. Or maybe not. Anyway, guys, yeah, basically this would be kind of the play field. I might try to bring up another one. I thought I had the card set up on a graphic somewhere.
I thought you did too.
I mean, I know I have it on one of these others. I was just trying to figure out. Was that it? Turning on stuff. I could see a card appear over there, but
right.
Okay.
Oh, for the graveyard. I got you.
So yeah, this is a concept image for this card game. So it's basically a battler tuners using, or your watchers using tuners to cast magic at your watchers, at opposing watchers. So there's a draw deck, graveyard, there's attacks and blocks, there's, your stack of enemies, your life for the player itself. So yeah, the rules and stuff are pretty fun.
I guess the other piece of that, I can't remember. So are each player going to have their own deck, or are they going to share a deck?
I was thinking they're sharing a deck, and we actually, you and me played a bit with multiple decks as well, didn't we?
Yeah, the way it's running right now on what we've got for the toolkit, it's running a deck for each, which is something we can try to play with. So we'll see where that goes.
Wow, Noah, you have a bright future in stand-up comedy.
Because that that could definitely change the dynamic of the game too.
Yeah.
With what's available, how many are accessible. That could really start to change some stuff. So I mean, it could be something to experiment with.
Oh yeah. So we'll have fun with that. We'll have fun. We got 3 minutes left. It's been a fun ride, everybody.
But if you think about them, sharing, 12 tuners versus having,
right,
24 tuners, then each player has 12. That's a lot.
And the board will have to scale to accommodate all of that along the way.
The thought was, that's where on the one that I'm developing right now, I think I set the board size to like 7.
Right.
And so that kind of helped the field of play open up a little bit, but we might be able to trim that down if there's only, 12 tuners total. Then that also kind of adds to the possibility of, you may only get 3 tuners in your round of play because of the luck of the draw, and the other one gets 9 of them, and then all of a sudden crushes you just because. So
yeah, I mean, the table test on it, we're actually like coming up with this concept. That was actually really fun to do.
Yeah.
And it was relatively quick to come up with just the basic structure. But then once, talking to you and everything and opening up all kinds of Pandora's boxes into what we could do with this.
And it could have, could be way too deep, but then again, it could just add some. I think a few things that we've experienced are good to know and good to play with. So
yes, for sure.
But I think that would be an interesting twist if you're sharing the same deck. I think that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, and then you've got things like PvP, networking, the eventual evolution of a card game, if it stands alone, would be something that is online. You have people signing in, playing into it, versing each other. But our real plan with it is to actually mature it into a simple, nice, fun, easy to understand and play, and then bring it into the Beckon final build, just like the old Final Fantasies had their card games. Well, nowadays they have they pulled those games out and have made apps with them. They've even done new editions of them to stand alone. So
but we talked about We talked about some graveyard options too. So there could be some different things that we exploit there too.
I like how Jeremy is like, it's been a fun ride, as if he's about to get executed. That's funny.
What was that? So,
Oh, okay, it's 3 o'clock. Guess what?
not sure yet.
Oh, refresh. Done. It was done. That was it. Well,
Gone.
that was it. Well, guys, it's been fun. So here's the idea. Dwight, I'm going to let you either be mysterious about it or not. But for every one of our backers that had put into that,
There's kind of a piece of me that wants to leave it that way, and kind of mention something, but maybe not.
all right, we're sending
telling,
you guys something. That's at least all I'm going to say. Not only are you getting the money back, but we intend on sending you a little memento.
Yeah, there's you.
You believed in us.
There's still something there.
Yep, you believed in us, so
we're definitely going to repay the favor, and hope you all enjoy it, get a kick out of it. But yeah, something's coming.
Yep.
And I think there's a piece of that where it would be good just to have it kind of as a surprise.
So I'm saying when we get it locked, I mean, it's already talked about, it's already dealt with. We just gotta tell them let's go, and then boom, they'll get going. And I think when we have that ready and done, we'll announce to you guys what that is and what to expect coming to you.
Sure. The or it shows up in the mail, and you're like, holy crap. I think it's showing up in the mail and you going, because that'll give it a little chance for it to escape your mind a little bit, and then all of a sudden it'll kind of just show up, and it'll be that cool little surprise that you didn't see coming.
Thank you, Frog G. There is an element of what had happened years ago within the independent game development, industry, and I was privy to what was going on then. That's when I visited GDC, and I did 2 years in a row. I saw what was going on with everything, and so yeah, I mean, this has just been a dream I'm never gonna let go of. I will make this happen. We will make this happen. But yeah, there's other ways we could approach it though. I think that'd be more comfortable to the audience, but at the same time, I have an art skill that allows me to have the confidence to jump into these comic books and say, hey, let's try to build a fandom by seeing if they even like the world, and keep moving along, keep building that momentum up. Because I learned it wasn't about going live on IndieGOGO and then you get popular. It was about getting your own fandom and group and all that. You get all them ready and geared up and excited. Then you bring them to the platform. And we did 8K, we did a good amount. And that's why I posted the videos. You can go back on our YouTube and watch our launch day. A lot of that happened. I think, what was it? It was 3,000, almost 4,000 in an hour, hour and a half, something like that. I know we were doing the
first dance night. I can't remember what the break was. It was $3 or $4 grand, and
still believe, bangarang, still believe,
and. So yeah, it was 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly.
Not holding back the tears, no.
But heck, I mean, shot up to 7 pretty pretty quickly.
It did. And then when I started like posting up stuff about, hey, you know, let's beat Joe. I was trying to get Joe's to hit 8K before we did, but it worked in opposite. I beat him, but then right after I beat him is when he started kicking in heavy.
Yeah, his took off, which is great.
Yes, he's been doing excellent. And that his new if you guys been keeping up with us, he's got something really cool if he hits a certain goal. So
you got the artwork that you did, right? The the drawing of Atlas that you put together, right?
Yeah.
And that's going out to all his backers.
Yep. Everyone that supported Star Circuit gets the Atlas print.
Gotcha.
He won't mind me showing this.
I was gonna say, where was that?
So yeah, we got Joe Cat P with the little ranch sauce up there. And this was me throwing my crosshatch first attempt at trying to do something that the guys in the comics area sounded like they liked, you know. So it's a bit, you know, I'm much rougher with everything, but I actually like the texture it gave. I've got a few inaccuracies in the bike, but Joe enjoyed it. I've got my signature there on a wall. I've got Bud's son, you know, that has passed us up on that.
Good deal.
And so the idea of the image is that Atlas is having to do something unconventional that the bots can't do because they're programmed, right? I mean, they still have AI. They're still very advanced.
Right.
But they wouldn't be able to be humanly inventive like Atlas might have to be able to compete and perform. So this is my trying to be Yoshitaka Amano with Final Fantasy and do a fun vertical design with something that's not really vertically inclined to get this cool action shot. So yeah, he's in the air, literally trying to push his bike into a 360 spin to land back on the track and in competition.
Yeah.
So Joe liked it. I had a blast doing it. So yeah, everyone that backed Star Circuit gets that. So yeah, and he's still active for 2 more weeks. So if you want a print of this, go back him now. But yeah.
Awesome.
Quick, talk about fractals to pick yourself up, Jeremy. I can't stand you on the brink of emotional breakdown. Fractals are the thumbprint of intellectual design, brother.
I figured you'd be kind of wrapped up in your turtle blanket, kind of sulking a little bit, but I guess not.
No, I've got a comic book to make. I'm excited about.
And it's going to turn out good, dude. It's looking killer.
Yeah, if you haven't dealt with things not working out, you haven't lived life yet. It's all about moving on.
The trick is, like I said, like we've said a few times, I mean, look at the extra things that we've learned, the extra outreach that you've been able to do, the further
it's been a lot
contacts that you've made, in especially in the comic realm. I mean, there's been just a lot, man.
They have helped me a lot gain a stomach, gain a personality, like the bravery, just kind of keep talking about this. I mean, yeah, was it kind of dumb for me to be promoting, hey guys, come over to a, IndieGOGO that's not really hitting, but it wasn't about that. It was about letting you know I'm standing with it until it's done. And I'm going to stay sticking with it. So,
Right.
You know, it's the idea.
Well, like we said, man, I mean, in discussions between me and you, I mean, there will be people that, you know, that won't play the game just because they're not gamers. So there's a piece of that where I think you're able to reach out to more of, you know, a lot more people with spreading out how diverse this becomes.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talked about writing the book, but for you, in the way that you're conveying everything in an art form, you know, doing the comic book gives you more creativity, in my opinion, to be able to convey kind of what's in your head and where you're wanting to take this. So, I mean, a comic book actually kind of brings the best of both to me for you in a creative sense. So that's actually, it kind of actually starts to work.
We have a website that's been up and is going to continue staying up. So if you want further updates or anything, not only our social media, but here's our homepage. So I've got to update this and take out our INDIEGOGO and try to figure out what I can do with that. We'll still be promoting Steam. I do need to come through and kind of update the website, post all of this. But if you are interested in what kind of Dwight was talking about, there is a novelization of the prologue here, and I've actually got like 4 other chapters written. They're just not finished and they're not in the right order, and so I'm not showing those, but this prologue is. And so if you want to see what it would be like in a novelization, I think it's the quintessential version of the story, because you can't get more,
turn out really well.
You can't get more detailed with it.
Yeah.
But I'm taking all, and that's just, like I said, one part. I've got prehistories written too. So, and actually that's what the comic book is, the series of them. If I continue going earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier, you're really going to start to understand this world better. That way, when the Beckon gang comes out and shoots off in forward in time in the timeline, you'll be pretty familiar with what you're dealing with. So, what's he saying now? Dwight has mastered the art of the monotone voice. He does voice Yulfus in the prototype. What happened? Did we lose Dwight?
No, I'm still here. What are you talking about?
Froze out. All right, folks. I gotta go to bed. Good job raising $8,000. Have a good stream. All right, Noah. Later, buddy. Enjoy your chocolate milk. So we got 15 more minutes and we'll be out. Yeah, have a good night, Noah. Hardy Haw. Awesome. So yeah, I'm working on what is page? I said 12, it's 13. Trying to get the flash of our character's family. But I'm trying to figure out if I should do something more in line like this. We're not quite too sure, but we still
just
see
to
the
kind of focus more on.
And if I sepia tone and give it like one of those old-timey effects on the frame, slants a little bit more, burn the edges, and budget a little bit, looks like a flash of a memory, maybe.
Sure.
You know.
Man, I think I'm going to go get some chocolate milk too, man. I got, there's some people that got to get up in the morning.
Well, you go ahead and go. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for standing with me while we walk off the ship on to our next venture.
Yeah, it's not done. So that's
by a
good.
long shot.
That's good. There's been too many other things happen.
Yep.
But definitely stay tuned. We've got some stuff in the works. Don't want you to think that we forgot about y'all. So those that have backed us, really appreciate it. There's a surprise headed your way. So
those that haven't, we'll get you. We'll get you.
We'll get it figured out.
We'll get you. Yeah, I think on that it's pretty late for me too. But guys, thank you all so much for believing. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for sharing and everything. But do keep up with us. Like I said, we're not done. We just got used to promoting and building and communicating, so we're gonna keep doing that. That was better than paid promotions. That was so much better than paid advertisement. Oh, like so much more powerful. When I told Pete Sametti, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing paid advertising, he's like, yeah, let me know how that goes. So yeah, thank you guys for everything. But have a good night. We'll see you guys again. I'll still do a daily, possibly tomorrow. But at the same time, I'm probably gonna take the day. So if you don't hear from me tomorrow, I'm just trying to get everything figured out with Dwight.
He's just listening to Pink Floyd. Don't worry about
it. Anyway, you all have a good night.
Later.
Y'all.